Need to.
Hmm. Yeah. So there's some things, right, that you experience that, of course, if you would have made the right choices and decisions, and we don't want it as a mother, right? As a mother, we don't want our children to experience those same things, right? Have you ever had that experience that maybe you experienced it and you could see your daughter experiencing that same thing? I mean, that's a question. I know I can relate to that. Can any other of you on the panel relate to that? That you've experienced some things and you could see the same things that you experienced that your daughter is experiencing?
I don't right now, and I guess it's because she's young. But there's some things that I that she that I want to prevent. So I've been kind of sowing little seeds until she got to appropriate age that I can actually talk to her about certain things on a a different level. So I can prevent some of the stuff that I went through in my 20s.
Okay, that's good. Anyone else?
For me, being that me and my daughter, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. For me, that being that me and my daughter, I always say we grew up together. We're 19 years apart, so I feel like we grew up together. But it's some things that she'll do now, me being 49, her being 29, and I'll say, well, Ebony, and I'll talk to her about certain things. And she'll say, well, Mom, remember you did X, Y, and Z. And she'll point out, like, I went through the same things. So even with, relationships, she'll say, well, you had a relationship like that before. I remember, after you divorced my father, you dated such and such. And so I see things that, she points out to me that I may not remember. And when I talk to her about it, she'll bring back to my memory, like, oh, you don't remember you went through the same thing?
Well, what is your response to that? Because I'm pretty sure others will experience that or won't. Well, Mom, you went through the same thing, right? What is your response to that?
So what I tell her, whether, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but this is what I tell her, that if I see my child driving down a dead end, about to crash into a brick wall, and I know it's a brick wall, what kind of mother would I be if I didn't stop her?
That's powerful. In fact, if